Solid and resilient. Yan ang makikita mo sa brochure ng Suzuki XL7. Usually, brochures are deceptive when they use these kinds of words. Pero kung ako ang tatanungin, sa tingin ko, solid and resilient is a good choice of words para i-describe ang XL7. Hindi ganun karami ang following ng XL7 dito sa Pilipinas. Pero may mga kakilala akong naka-Suzuki. And this I will say, they know what they are doing in their lives and their money. Kaya sa tingin ko, and syempre Suzuki owners will agree on me on this, they also know and trust the solidness and resiliency of their Suzukis. Etong XL7 nga pala ang top of the line version ng Ertiga ng Suzuki. Kaya kung medyo nalilito kayo sa pagkakaiba nila, meron akong video ng 2024 Ertiga. So best to watch it para makita mo ang difference ng Ertiga and XL7. After mo syempreng panoorin tong video na to about the 2024 Suzuki XL7 Hybrid. Before I go on, kung mahilig ka sa Philippine car news and reviews, I would appreciate it if you can consider giving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. I post one video a week sharing my thoughts and opinions regarding Philippine cars. Maliit na bagay yan para sa inyo pero napakalaking tulong yan para lumago ang channel na to so that I may also know the interests of the Filipino consumer. Looking at the front, syempre dahil top of the line, yung kanyang mga ilaw or headlamps is LED na. Meron din tong halogen fog lamps, yes halogen pa to hindi pa LED, pero I think okay lang yun kasi ang fog lamps naman ang silbi niyan is to illuminate the road pagka maulan or foggy. And I think yellow lights from the halogen fog lamps is better than the white ones. Compared to its smaller brother Ertiga, mas maporma talaga yung harap neto, kaya siguro ito talaga ang napiling design for top of the line. Differentiating factor ika nga. Underneath the hood, you have a 1.77 kilowatt electric motor, hence the hybrid on its name. Together with that small electric motor, meron tong 1.5 liter gasoline engine na kayang mag-output ng 103 horsepower and 138 Nm of torque, na syempre paired to a 4-speed automatic transmission. Yes, meron pa rin tong traditional automatic transmission unlike yung mga bago na may CVT na, so I think many people will still love this. On the sides, it sits on a 16-inch alloy wheels, pero etong version nga pala na pinapakita ko ngayon sa video na to is from Mias, wherein binlock out nila yung mga gulong neto just to show yung kapormahan neto kapag binlock out mo yung mga gulong na yan. Similar to other top of the line variants, ang XL7 ay minamarket as a crossover. Hence, the black body plastic claddings na makita mo on all four wheels and on its sides. Plus, like a true crossover, meron din tong 200mm of ground clearance, which I think nagiging parang standard na ng mga ground clearance ng mga MPVs and even lalo ng crossovers. At the top, dahil ito yung kanyang two-tone variant, meron siyang blacked out roof din. Pero two-tone or monotone, parehong variant ng XL7, meron tong functional roof rack na nakaabang na kung sakaling gusto mong maglagay ng camping gears just in case you are an outdoorsy person. Looking at the back, meron na tong blackout materials na rin na nagpapadagdag ng kanyang forma. Pero ang kinatutuwa ko dito, na almost sinasabi ko every time, is yung mga standard safety tech na nandito sa likod. Namely, the reverse camera and the parking sensors. Malaking tulong yung mga yan para mapag-park ng maayos habang paatras. Lalo at napakalaki ng blind side sa likod, malaking bagay na meron tayo pareho nun. Similar nga pala sa sinabi ko kanina sa gulong, meron din tong rear spoiler na hindi kasama out of the factory. I think dinagdag lang rin to for the sake of showing off what the XL7 might look like dito sa Mias. Opening the tailgate, makikita natin na malaki ang space nito kapag nakababa yung kanyang mga third row seats, which folds flat kaya madaling i-maximize yung space for cargo. May hidden compartments din nga pala to kaya madaling itago yung mga jack and tools para hindi sila nakalat kung saan saan. Madaling itaas and ibaba ang third row seats na ito. Just pull up kung gusto mong itaas, just put it down kung gusto mong ibaba. Similar to other third row seats na meron ang mga sakyan dito sa Pilipinas, 2 young adults or kids can be fitted here and seated here comfortably. For short distance driving, wala namang problema upo dito ang mga average sized adults. Pero for long distance, I really don't recommend using the third row seats. Mahirap talaga at hindi komportable dito. Trust me, I have been there. Entering the rear seats, combination of durable plastic materials and soft padded materials on the elbow rest. Good combination yung mga yun and naging standard na rin kasi the plastic materials are there para madaling linisin while keeping the cost down. While yung soft paddings naman are located on the common touch points like the elbow rest for comfort. Yung mga upuan naman are a combination of leather and cloth which I don't personally like kasi it's all or nothing for me. It's either you have all leather or all cloth. Pero ako lang yun na particular sa mga upuan. Pero if functionality ang habol mo, I think magandang combination yun kasi on long drives, hindi maiwasang maging mainit ang leather and pagpawisan ang likod natin. Pero para hindi pagpawisan ang mga second row passengers, andyan ang 4 aircon vents na kumukuha ng malamig na hangin sa harap. The controls are basic, off, low, medium, and high speeds, pero basic also means easy to use. Entering the front seats, of course similar materials on its sidings and seats. On the left, andyan ang controls for the power folding side mirrors which is a good feature to have on an economy car. Door locks na speed sensing na rin which is very useful para sa mga makakalimuting taong mag-lock ng pinto. On the lower left, andun ang 4 more controls for the headlight leveling, traction control, and rear parking sensors. Maraming storage areas dito sa harap na pwedeng mapaglagyan ng mga abubot na dala, wallet, cellphones, etc. Then, there is a 12-volt power outlet for dashcams or source for your wired charging ports. On the vehicle controls, meron na tong cruise control para mapadali ang buhay for long drives. 7-seater to, of course maraming long drives tong pagdadaanan. Parking brake is still manual, yes, andyan pa rin siya, not so high-tech ika nga, pero not all people wants or needs a high-tech vehicle, kaya it's an okay feature for me. What I am very okay about is yung kanyang 10-inch infotainment screen na merong Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I don't know what other people are saying about this phone connectivity sa mga sakyan natin ngayon, pero once you have experienced this, there is no turning back. Another not so high-tech feature is the buttons for the aircon which I still like. May mga sakyan na kasi ngayon na nilalagay na rin yung mga yun sa infotainment screens. And to that, I really don't appreciate it kasi mas madali pa rin ang knobs and buttons para sa simple but is a necessity dito sa bansa natin, which is the almighty aircon. Overall, the layout of the cockpit is simple and intuitive, or in other words, basic and very easy to use. Hindi ganun karami ang mga pagbabago neto compared sa mga dating XL7 which works good naman. So, why fix what ain't broken? Now, for the price. As the time of this video's release, the Suzuki XL7 has a price of 1,252,000 Philippine peso for the monotone. Then, additional 10,000 peso for the two-tone. Hindi ko masyadong in-emphasize ang hybrid function neto kasi it's a mild hybrid na, yes, nakatulong yun for fuel efficiency, pero in the bigger picture, hindi ganun kalaking factor yun if you are to buy the XL7. Matipid na kasi to sa gas consumption from the start even without the mild hybrid setup. So para kanino nga ba tong XL7? Kung ako ang tatanungin, if you are looking at the Ertiga, this big brother is something to look at as well. For the difference of 74,000 pesos, this vehicle looks more modern not just because of its looks but also the cabin amenities din. Also, yung additional 20mm of ground clearance also helps and will give you the peace of mind when traveling with your family. That's it for this video. Kung may gusto kayong idagdag, put them in the comment section down below. So this is Kai, your driver but not so sweet lover na nagsasabing, keep calm, drive safe, and stay awesome.